The second and final road course of Season 8. We go north from Homestead from last week to the Daytona Cup road course layout. With Bentley Glaser and Ryan Patty, the only two drivers that have wins this season. Will we see a new winner tonight? Or will Bentley Glaser take the road course sweep while Ryan is going for 4 straight? Good evening and welcome back to MaxSpeedTV, the Downforce Racing Series. Round number 10 of Season 8, the Daytona Road Course, presented by MaxSpeedTV. How's everybody out there in chat doing tonight? Of course, myself, Joshua Medlock, out here, going to be calling the 28-lap action here for you all. Now, of course, usually road courses do not have cautions. However, the full course cautions are turned on. If everybody piles it up into turn number 1 and the track's blocked and everything, it will throw a caution. But more than likely, we're just going to see local enforced only. But glad to see everybody out there tuning in. It looks like we got about 5 watching right now, and been out here practicing for about an hour. And we're going to go ahead and jump down on the track here tonight, going with our current leader here in practice. That is Kevin Gunther out there with a 154, 476, only 47 1,000ths of a second ahead of Ryan Patty, who, like I said, is going for his 4th straight victory. We'll see if Ryan can do that. Of course, Bentley is not here at the moment, so we'll see if Bentley does show up, and we'll see exactly after 28 laps who is going to bring it home into victory lane. Now, we're going to go ahead and jump down into the pre-race analytics here tonight. An air temp of 66, a track temp of 73, so it is not warm out there. It may be a little warm in the cars for everybody, but thank God it's virtual. 28 laps, 101.08 miles. Now, they do get a total of 4 sets, so they get 3 actually behind the wall, but they're not really going to have to use them in 28 laps. Probably a set of tires. When they come down, they will have to pit at least once, as we see the fuel window there at about 20 to 24 laps. So they'll definitely have to come down and make a one-stop race. A pit road speed here is 55 miles an hour with a pace speed of 60. We should only see that once here this evening. Let's get down here to the point standings coming into this evening. Running a little slow here tonight. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but Ryan Patty up at the top spot. At 372, Bentley Glaser in second at 357. He's 15 behind Ryan Patty. Jeff Hollingsworth is going to be third at 332, is 40 behind the leader and 25 behind Glaser. Vinny Bonanno there in fourth at 320. 52 behind the leader and 12 behind Hollingsworth. Kevin Gunther in 5th at 296. He is 76 behind the leader and 24 behind Vinny Bonanno. Excuse me, had to give me something to drink. Anyway, here we go. Nick Pozzini in 6th at 290. He is 82 behind the leader and 6 behind Kevin Gunther. Cody Eldred in 7th at 275, 97 behind the leader and 15 behind Pozzini. M. Baker, that is, I believe, Mike Baker? Mark Baker, something like that. Anyway, M. Baker in 8th at 234, 138 behind the leader and 41 behind Cody. P. Harris, he is going to move up 3 spots, crack at the top 10 into 9th. At 213, 159 behind the leader and 21 behind Baker. Matt Whitaker up a spot as well, crack at the top 10 and 10th at 210. 162 behind the leader and 3 behind Harris. We go back here. We have a tie, actually, for 11th. Lonnie Barrington and Harry Morris here. Of course, Lonnie down a spot, Carey up a spot. They're into 12th. Both of them at 207, 165 behind the leader and 3 behind Matt Whitaker. Or Mike Whitaker. I get them mixed up. Sorry. Well, Holyfield up 3 spots into 13th at 206, 166 points behind the leader, 1 point behind Morris and Barrington. And we get to Woods. He's down 5 spots into 14th at 195, 177 behind the leader and 3 behind Holyfield. And then Rob, he is going to drop a spot into 15th at 190, 182 behind the leader and 5 behind Woods. So really, there are some close battles here in the point standings coming into tonight. Definitely going to be a shakeup in the point standings after tonight, as I'm not seeing several drivers here yet. I mean, they have time to show up. It looks like there is a David in chat here tonight. Glad to see you out there in chat here this evening. Now, they get 10 minutes to qualify here, and this is a big track. This track is 3.61 miles. It is huge. So they'll have plenty of time to do their qualifying laps. They get 2 laps, 10 minutes. Then they'll get right into racing. Now, I do believe it is a rolling start, so they'll do their pace lap and then go to green. But going back to the points, like I said, they're very close between some drivers, most of the drivers, that is. So definitely going to be a change up here after tonight. Of course, next week, round number 11, Las Vegas. That is going to be a 50-50 for me, as we are looking. It is a week away, but we are looking at a potential ice storm down here, folks. So, however, we will take it day to day and kind of figure out what's going to happen. But Las Vegas, Sin City next week. What they say, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but I don't know if that is going to be the case come next week. But we'll see. However, coming down to less than 3 minutes here in practice. I do want to go over, they do get 3 fast repairs, but on a road course, if you go a lap down, it is so hard to get your lap back that, you know, most drivers will just take them behind the wall. But you only got 14 drivers out here right now, so guaranteed at least a top 15 for everybody that is out here at the present time. But as I could keep rambling on, but we got to step away. We're going to go ahead and play the national anthem provided by Madison Rising, folks. So hang tight. Qualifying will be underway when we come back.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red. to say, stand of the brave, the U.S. of A. Oh, say, just that star, spangled banner, gave way for the land of the free. In the
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching MaxSpeedTV.
Alrighty, folks, we are back. Qualifying is underway. No times as of yet. Like I said, this track is huge. Looks like we've got several people out in chat now. SCOYT out there. What's up? Chemo's out there. Brendan, David out there in chat. Glad to see you all out there. Got about 7 watching right now. How are you all doing? Just still waiting for the first times to roll in here, folks. Well, the quickest in practice was Kevin Gunther. He is out on the track. 154.476 was his lap in practice. We'll see if he can back that time up. Jeff Hollingsworth out here. Looks like we've got about 1, 2, 3, about 4 drivers that have not come out yet. Now some will probably start in the back as normal. But not a great huge size field. I do suspect some separation as the race goes on. Like Nick Pozzini, Tyrone Harris, Evan. There's Carey for 8. Cody Eldred. John Zerke. Zerke? Not entirely sure how to pronounce it. I'll call him Zerke until he corrects me. But they just did the Daytona. Some of these drivers out here just did that Daytona 24-hour run. The LMPs and the GT cars. I do believe it was. Just this past weekend, actually. Some of these drivers have got some experience already at this track. Right now, here we go with the first time. Hanover coming in with a 156, 529, and the Flame Brew 69, as I like to call it. We're still waiting on the other ones. John Zerke. Carey's going to go into second. Here we go. Kevin up at the top. The 154, 134. That is actually beating his practice time. About 0.3. Ryan Patty going up to second. Hanover back to 4th. Drivers are on their second lap. Jeff Hollingsworth still on his first lap. Nick Pozzini on his first. And Cody Eldred on his first as well. Still waiting on some of these drivers to put in their first lap, but we've got 7 that have qualified. Sorry about that, folks. I had to step away a minute. Now, Kevin Gunther on pit road here, as well as Ryan Patty. Tyrone Harris up to third. Hanover is completed his lap. Ozini on his second. Cody Eldred on his about a 157, 727. Looks like it did not. See here where Cody goes. Oop, Michael Shea, Fred Williams, and Bob come out on track. Down to about 2.5 minutes left. Looks like Kevin may just hang on to it here. We'll get Kevin down here momentarily. We'll wait here and see where Cody goes. Cody right now is going to go into 8th. How about we just go ahead and bring up Mr. Kevin Gunther here. Kevin, got a copy. Kevin Gunther, got a copy. All right. I don't think Kevin is at his desk right now, but we will go ahead and leave him in the booth here so when he gets back, he can let us know. Right now, he is over the top spot. Hollingsworth there in 6th. He's going to be coming across the stripe here. And of course, he has completed his laps. Nick Pozzini going to go into 9th. All right, Kevin, are you back? Guess not. We'll go ahead and drag him back up to his team here. And it looks like down to about a minute left. Doesn't look like Hoot, Michael, Fred, and Bob's going to come out. Looks like they're just going to start in the back here. So 14 drivers. It's going to be a guaranteed top 15 for everybody. Of course, the better the finish. All right, we'll try one more time. See if we can get him down here. Kevin, got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
There he is. We're coming down to about 30 seconds left. Well, you are going to come out with the pole here. 154, 134. Actually quicker than your practice time. But you've got some company out there. But how does it feel?
Feels pretty good. I've been fortunate to have turned a couple hundred laps here recently because I just came off the 24-hour Daytona with Ryan, Vinny, and Cody. Actually, that was a lot of fun. But these cars are nothing like that. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely so. Well, Kevin, you guys are going to grid up here. And, of course, we're going to get this 28-lapper, a long 28-lapper, because this track is not small. So you guys got your hands full here tonight. What do you think is going to be the biggest issue?
Not overdriving the corners and not overdriving the exits. The car really wants to break loose on exit if you get into the throttle too soon. So really minding your P's and Q's there. It's going to help you in the long run, I think.
All righty, Kevin, we'll let you get back up to your team here, man. On pole here tonight. Now, remember, Ron and Bentley are the only 2 winners this season so far. So, well, we're always looking to have that 3rd different winner.
Yeah, I hope I can be that guy. I'm looking forward to this race. Hopefully, we have some fun.
All righty, Kevin. Good luck down there, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Yep. All right. Well, that is Kevin Gunther here. Now let's go ahead and get him on the grid here. Like everybody gridded so far. Fred hasn't, but we'll go ahead and grid him up here. The MaxSpeedTV starting grid. Kevin Gunther driving the pole here at the Daytona Road Course at a 154, 134. Ryan Patty Going to be on the outside of him in second. Definitely going to have to watch them too. Tyrone Harris as well there in third. Hanover Fisk grabbing a top 5 here in qualifying in fourth. Vinny Bonanno in fifth. Jeff Hollingsworth in sixth. Kerry Morris in seventh. Cody Eldridge in eighth. Nick Pozzini ninth. And John Zerke in 10th. Fred Williams did not qualify. He's going to start in 11th. Bob Lagavara in 12th. Michael Shea 13th. Noah Hoop Baker is going to round it out here in 14th here this evening. We're just waiting for them to roll off here. Looks like they don't have to go all the way around the track, so that's a good thing. Like they're going to be starting on the backstretch, I do believe. All right, here we go, rolling off. The second and final road course for the season. This ain't the final race, but this is the final road course race. Making our way into 3, I do believe. Yes. With the 16 in the 30, row 1. Here we go. Pull those belts tight. One more time. Pace car will dive off to the safety of pit road once they get through these sharp S, or the bus stop, or whatever you want to call it. Actually, no. Yeah, right here to get through this one. And that pace car will make a sharp left dive to pit road. It'll be in Kevin's hands here. Getting side by side once more. Pace car is off and away. Here's the green. Here we go, folks. Boogity, boogity, boogity. We are road course racing again for the Downforce Racing Series. Round number 10 here at the Daytona Road. Kevin trying to keep Brian behind him early on, and it looks like Kevin is going to be able to do that. This is the tricky part, though. Is everybody getting through these turns on cold tires? These tires are not warm whatsoever. They got a little bit of passing going on right here with Hanover to the inside of the 14. That is Cody Eldred on the outside. There's the 44 of John Zerke. Looks like who? Going back here into 12. Michael Shea. Michael's already got some damage on the rear end of that car, so somebody, and I believe that was Hoot, got into him. Road course racing at the start, it can get hectic for sure. Already seeing some damage on some cars. We got Kevin still up front. Haven't even completed a lap yet, so fine though. On back a little bit to Kevin, and this is where it's going to get a little tricky. Oh no, Bob, he is off the track. And this is one of the things that we have the luxury of doing is replays. So we're going to go back here about 40 seconds and kind of figure out what happened to Bob. Should have did that on that damage there, and it looks like Kerry having an issue here under the replay. Trying to see what happened to Bob. Oh, he just got loose. Staying under the same replay, we're going to go ahead and come up on the 8 of Kerry Morris. Kevin Gunther is going to lead the very first lap here tonight. Want to find out what happened to Kerry here before I go back up live. Oh, he popped the rumble strip, or the alligator, as I like to call it. I just sent him around there, and we're going to go back up front here to the leaders. We are back live here, folks. Kevin did lead the first lap. He still has Ron on his tail, though. A little bit further back now is Vinny Bonanno. From 5th to 3rd, Tyrone. He's back a spot, though, into 4th. Jeff Hollingsworth, a lot of single file rip orange cones back there. Mr. John Zerke was, I guess he decided he didn't like that cone being there, so he hit it. These drivers right here are still pretty close together. Kevin and Ryan, though, kind of driving away with it right now. We'll continue to watch. Like Jeff Hollingsworth, the 97 to the inside of the one of Tyrone. That is going to be for fourth. 97 is going to have it. Jeff Hollingsworth going up into that fourth position. We've got some passing in the 44 of John Zerke. Whoa, he went around and he licked that outside wall. He gave it a huge kiss. So let's go back and find out exactly what happened to Zerke. He just kissed the wall. The product of another driver? Was it a product of the track? Did he hit those rumble strips and spin him around? Well, we're about to find out. He just loses it. That's what happens. Man. Gonna be some damage, more damage. Or some damage now to John. Pretty close with Tyrone and Cody, 5th and 6th. Cody in 5th, Tyrone in 6th. 14 and the number 1. Hanover right there with the 1. We'll stay here with Hanover here real quick. Not worried about the leaders right now. They're gone. We'll see if Hanover can get around the 1. That would be for that 6th spot. Cody's right up ahead of them too, coming back out onto the oval portion of Daytona. You can get the draft here on the oval portion, but then you're having to drop it from 190 something miles an hour down to 80. I mean, that is a huge drop in speed. Ryan still keeping it. Ryan goes airborne a little bit after hitting the alligators there. He did a wheelie. Well, that kind of upset the vehicle. He's going to fall back to about 1.2. Well, as they're going into 1 here, those times are really going to drop off, but it's going to fluctuate. Well, Ryan's having some major issues, it looks like. He's dirt tracking it around this thing. And pass over Jeff. Hanover goes wide for the S's. Well, one of the S's. I believe, if I read that correctly on the wiki, 13 turns here at Daytona. I do believe somebody might have told me that as well. Oh no, hoot! No, the 82's around. Oh, the drill, folks. We gotta go back and figure out what happened. A lot of replays, I'm assuming, tonight. Everybody's staying pretty calm and collected for the most part. Into 1. Yes, he just drove off the track. Might have got a little bit too hot going into the corner. He does tag the wall. Definitely going to have some damage. He's going all the way back to 13th after starting 14th. Somebody did not start. So 13 drivers officially started the race here tonight. We're on Vinny Bonanno here in the 11, currently running in that third position. Started in fifth, so he's just hanging on here. 5 laps down already. What's everybody's thoughts on Daytona road course racing? Like to know your opinions in chat. You know, keep them as clean as possible. But would love to know your opinion. And, you know, if you like road courses, if you don't like road courses, they should add more road courses. I don't watch real NASCAR, but I do know that they've added several to their circuit. You know, we're watching the 97 of Jeff Hollingsworth and Tyrone. Jeff is going to go into 6th. Tyrone looked like he just let him go by. They didn't really fight him off too much. But these drivers right here are still pretty close together, anywhere between a half a second to a second. So I would still call that pretty close. And Kevin's kind of drove away right now from Ryan Patty, and Kevin and Ryan are teammates, as well as Vinny Bonanno, Cody Eldred, and there he is right there, Nick Pozzini. We're watching Mr. Vinny here, not anybody around him. 6.7 seconds behind him is Cody Eldred. First driver to go a lap down would be Hoop Baker. Hoop's hanging back here into 13th. Gonna be a guaranteed top 15 for Hoop. Well, for everybody, so everybody's good to go. Ryan cutting in to Kevin's lead a little bit, not too much. Still 0.3 seconds back. Everybody now starting to get a little. Oh, Jeff. Pass. He made over Hanover. These 4 right here are really neck and neck. From Jeff Hollingsworth here in the 97. He's leading the group of 3. Hanover, Tyrone, Nick. But they're all right here. Definitely have to keep an eye on this group. Jeff's trying to run down Cody. Cody, he came from 8th, 4th. And 6 laps. The 7 coming across the stripe here. Our halfway mark, about 14 laps. I do think, you know, for everybody that is just tuning in here, I'll go ahead and pop those pre-race analytics back up here. Talk about that fuel window here. Fuel 20 to 24 laps. Now, Kevin, I mean, some guys in the back, even maybe the leaders, I don't know. I have a feeling some drivers will come down at about lap 15 to 18, knowing that they can make it to the end. But I could be wrong. I mean, they all could stay out and run it and just finish out the race. It'll definitely just be a one-stopper for sure. Fine, looks like everybody is still on track. No spin-outs as I can see as of yet. Now that I say that, Bob goes through or around that little bus stop there. He might have missed it. Talking to Bob earlier, and asking him who's gonna win tonight's race, and Bob's like, well, I can tell you one driver that ain't gonna win. Said it himself. I didn't say it. He said he wasn't gonna win, but you know, I don't count out anybody when it comes to racing. I don't care if it's road course, oval, dirt, whatever. Anybody can win at any given day. So if something happens to the leaders up here, everybody ahead of Bob could definitely come away with the win, and he can still do it too. I'm the pit right, get out there, get a big, humongous lead, and don't look back. Kevin is going to come and take lap number 8. Give it a few more laps before we ride along with a few drivers. That's the thing about road course racing. You know, they get spread out, not a whole lot of action going on. You have a chance to ride along with a few drivers. Watching Nick Pozzini and Tyrone right now. Right up ahead of them is Hanover. So we do have a battle here between Nick Pozzini and Tyrone, and it looks like Tyrone is going to let Nick go by. Nick's going to go up into 7th. Tyrone going to fall back to 8th after starting 3rd. Tyrone into tonight 9th in points. Cody's got a little bit of company. He's got Jeff right behind him. We'll watch this. See if Jeff can make something of it. Cody. Down by 20 to go already. That's because it's only 28 laps. And as that 16 comes across the stripe here, lead 20 to go already. Now Jeff couldn't make anything of it right now. However, we still got 20 laps, so we'll see if he's putting some more pressure still. Man, that turn, that final bus stop, if you want to call it, that turn right there coming onto the front stretch of Daytona, man, that is a sharp corner and a very dangerous corner at that. All right, well, let's see here who we can ride along with. How about we ride along with Tyrone here? We'll take a gander in the cockpit of Mr. Harris and give everybody a feel of the road course action and, of course, the little battle that they was having here between Tyrone and Nick. We'll think that battle's over with. Hanover. Whoa, Tyrone looks like he got a little loose. So we're still hanging out here with Tyrone. This is one of the bus stops, I guess you could call it. This first one right here. Not as sharp as the one coming up, but it is definitely a handful to get through without spinning it. getting on the gas too soon, too hard, and going around. But it's this one right here, this last one, that definitely have to be careful. And Tyrone got through it just fine. So let's go ahead and get back up here. We did like a half a lap, almost a lap with Tyrone. We'll check on, well, I was going to check on the leaders, but he's still right there with Nick Pozzini and Hanover kind of driving away a little bit. Not too much, but a little. Carey is down pit road here. He is going to be off and away. Oh, he is done. That is his one and only and final pit stop he will have to make. Ian second, Vinny Bonanno third, Cody fourth. Really nothing has changed. Now Jeff did crack the top 5. He is in 5th. Still trying to run down Cody. Hanover in 6th. Pozzini 7th. Tyrone. Go over. Tyrone there in 8th. John Zerke in 9th. Jay gonna round out our top 10. Hoot on pit road, off and away. Fuel and tires, and he used one of his resets. They get 3, so gonna be coming back out onto the track as Cody and Jeff come around. Of course, Hoot now is a lap down. Here comes Hanover as well. Rest of that group we watching, not really worried about Kevin. He's kind of, he's just gone. Turkey down pit road. Oh, John coming down, getting his tires, his fuel. He used a reset as well, and he is off and away. But we do have some drivers coming down pit road, and Jeff Hollingsworth has finally got around Cody, so Cody's going to go back to 5th. So if Cody let him by, didn't really catch it, seen it in the timing screen. He did get around him, so that's going to put Jeff in 4th. Evan not coming down pit road. Ryan not coming down either. Everybody else is coming down. Nope. We'll have to come down here all within the next I would say 10 laps, 12 laps. But we'll see. Still got the action back here. Really close. Kick over just ahead of them. Tyrone. Michael Shea. All the way back in ninth. Started 13th, so he's not having a bad run. On the lead lap, he has yet to come down pit road. Kevin coming around that sharp final bus stop. Not coming down pit road. Take it 16 to go at the stripe. Ryan stays out. All the way back here, about 14 seconds, almost 15 seconds behind Ryan is Vinny. Well, I'm sure this is a handful. I don't think I've ever raced. Well, the 20. Bozzini pops the alligator. Back end almost went around him. He does lose 2 positions, or a position, to Tyrone. It going back to 8th. Well, folks, we could actually have different winner tonight. Still not seeing anybody else select down. They had 3 drivers come down pit road. That would be the only stop that they would have to make. Gary, Don, Boot. Will be 15 to go. Michael Shea, Gary to the inside. Gonna pass up Michael. Michael didn't fight him too hard, just let him go by. Cody, Jeff. Cody got back around Jeff. These two have been going at it for a while. Jeff's been trying to get around him forever. He got around him, and now Cody's back around him, and Jeff was peeking side. Right behind them, coming up in the mix, is Mr. Hanover Fist. He's wanting a piece of the action between the two. Tyrone, can't count him out either. Nick Pozzini, Boots in the middle of this. This is kind of where the action's going on right now, I would say. Starting with Mr. Cody Eldred. Jeff Hollingsworth, Hanover trying to get up there with them. Hanover started in 4th. Ryan. Whoa, that car's loose. about we go cockpit here with Ryan? Come across the stripe. We know it's 14 to go. Let's take a ride here with Ryan. Sure, the tires right now are shot. Now, Jeff and Cody are going at it again. See it in the timing screen. Jeff's falling way back here. Go back. Whoa, oh, Jeff is on pit road. That's makes sense. Jeff is down pit road. Go ahead and get back up cockpit with Ryan Patty here. Not a whole lot really to talk about. Michael J. is on pit road as well. Ooh, Ryan. Oh, man, he's got a handful in that car. Gavin gone. Can't even see him. Right. Michael Shea gonna be off and away here. Yet to come down. Jeff is back out on the racetrack. He has already made his pit stop. He is good to go too. Who do we have left out in chat? Looks like we've got about 4 watching right now. 6 likes, not bad. Not too shabby. Well, a lot of people's not a huge fan of road course. Odie Hanover. Might be another potential skirmish battle between them two. Boy, Hanover lit a little bit there. We'll keep an eye on the timing screen here, folks, for Mr. Cody and Mr. Hanover here. For everybody that don't know Hanover Fist, his actual name is Terry, but we all call him Hanover. That's exactly what you see here in iRacing. So if I ever mention Terry, I'm talking about Hanover. Just to give everybody an idea, that way, okay, who's Terry, who's Hanover, is it the same person? I'm just going to go ahead and squash that now. So if I ever say Terry, I'm talking about the number 69 of Hanover Fist. Kevin Gunther, I don't know what to say about this man. At 12 to go. Vinny Bonanno is down pit road. Oh, we got a leader coming down. 3rd place. Cody is coming down as well. Tyrone. What's Nick gonna do? Absolutely stay out on track. That's exactly what he's gonna do. He's gonna gain several positions here. As of course, Vinny is gonna be off and away. Tyrone just getting to his pit stall. Cody in his pit stall. Hanover is now alone. Nobody around him. Laps remains. Watching to see here when our top 4 are going to come down. That is the only top 4, and Bob. Bob has not come down pit road yet. So 5 drivers. No, not worried about Kevin. Really worried about Ryan. Hanover. Well, Hanover's coming down from 3rd. Is going to make his one and only pit stop here. So, if 3rd up to, I believe, Vinny, yes. Then he goes into 3rd now. Nick. Also on pit road. And over coming back out onto the track. Dick coming back out. They're going to be coming around. It looks like Kerry back to 8th. Kerry has pitted about 8 laps ago. Now we're just waiting on Kevin Ryan to come down pit road. Kevin didn't. See what Ryan does. Doesn't look like he's coming down either. So the top 2 drivers are the only 2 that have yet to come down. Like they're just gonna run it down pit road. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave Kevin and Ryan out there all alone. Old tires. Pretty low on fuel, I would assume. Okay, we're going to stay here on Kevin here. 10 to go. See if maybe he does shoot down pit road this time or if he's going to keep going. Has been out here 19 laps. So he does have a few laps still left in the tank, I would assume. Don't know the exact number on fuel. I was just told 20 to 24. Kerry pit road. And Kevin is coming down pit road as we speak. So let's see what Ryan does. Ryan gonna stay out? Or is he gonna shoot down pit road knowing that Kevin did come down? He's gonna stay out. Okay, all right. Maybe try to get a gap. Ryan is gonna take over the lead, but he did not lead that lap. Right now, Kevin, he's still the driver, has led all the laps so far, 19. Ryan jumps out to a 9.7 second lead, but Kevin is back out onto the racetrack. If Kevin will run down Ryan, Ryan's just, I'm sure his tires are on. And drivers on the lead lap. Kerry Morris, the last driver on the lead lap. Running back here in 10th. That's cut down to about 8.7. Ryan does. Out here 12 laps. He does come down pit road. Kevin is going to be able to get around him. But can Ryan at least lead a lap? That is going to be the big thing. I think that's what Ryan wants to do. Just lead a lap. I mean, of course, I know he wants to win. He's going for 4 straight wins. I'm not sure exactly where Bentley was here tonight. Oh, Ryan, yeah, Ryan, loosey-goosey. And yeah, he is coming down pit road right now. So let's see here if Ryan can lead a lap here. Or is Kevin gonna steal it? Oh, Ryan got it, but barely. Ryan did lead the lap down pit road, but Kevin is going to take back over the lead. So everybody has pitted. See if Ryan can get back out onto the track before Vinny Bonanno takes over second. Ryan sides. Oh. He is on pit road. What happened? Did he speed? Did he get caught speeding down pit road? What? And he is dropping like a fly. I think he got caught speeding. I really do. 54.6 seconds in his pit stall. Oh, Kevin Gunther is pretty much by himself. Vinny Bonanno in second. Jeff Hollingsworth third. Put Cody in fourth. Tyrone fifth. Hanover in sixth. Ryan drops all the way back currently in seventh. Pozzini in 8th, Kerry Morris 9th, and John Zerke back down pit road here, and he's just going to be off and away with a 0.6 second stop. Not entirely sure what that was about. Maybe a flash of fuel. It does say 0.6. Yeah, 0. Okay. Little confusing, but okay. Man, Ryan wasn't out racing. I definitely pull him up, but he's out on track, and I do not pull drivers under green in the booth. I've had several opportunities from drivers that say, yeah, just go ahead and pull me up. I don't care. Well, I don't like doing that. Back here to Hoot Baker. Looks like Bob. Bob, that is Hanover. Like Hoot's just letting some drivers go around him. That would be the lead pack or the lead lap cars. Hanover Fist. Ryan Patty. Ryan's trying to gun down Hanover. Don't give it to him, Hanover. Whoa! Hanover got loose. Oh, that just opened the door up for Ryan to go to the outside. It's going to be close. Side by side action between the 69 and the 30. Boy, that 69 got awfully squirrely. And a Hoot almost spun it. Cody around the one of Tyrone for fourth. The one got loose. Wow. We're seeing some drivers get really loose. Got fresh tires and everything. Been out here 5 laps, 5 to 7 laps. Some has only been out here 1, like Ryan. Ryan is in 6th. I just don't think there is enough laps trying to get back up to Evan Vinny. I mean, I could be wrong. Right now, Vinny holding that second spot down. Everybody spread out. We're between half a second from Tyrone to Cody all the way up to 38 seconds. Vinny second place to our leader, Kevin Gunther. Now, Kevin's not going to lead all the laps, but he is going to lead most of them. Be 5 to go at the stripe already. 10 o'clock Eastern. 9 o'clock Central. Oh, 5 to go. Right now it's Kevin's race to lose. Vinny is right behind the 5 of Bob Lacavara here. That is not for position. I think Bob will probably just let that 11 of Vinny. Yeah, he's just going to stay high, let Vinny pass him on the inside. Now we do see here, Kerry on pit road. Been on pit road for about 36, 37 seconds. He's got damage. I wonder if he had to tow. Check it. Yeah, heavy damage. He has no hood. Oof. Didn't catch what happened, fortunately. Oh, John Zerke, first driver a lap down. Michael Shea also a lap down. Bob a lap down. Hoot a lap down. Kerry Morris is taking his car behind the wall here tonight. That is the actual first retiree of the race, not counting the one that did not start. Oh, Kevin, all he's got to do is just survive the next 4 laps, and I think he's got it in the books. Ryan Patty has got up to 4th after, I'm assuming, speeding on pit road. He manages to grab a podium finish. Well, we might just even talk to him anyway. I don't know. Long, grueling race for these drivers. I know they probably don't want to hang out, you know. But he is gaining time over Jeff Hollingsworth. So we will see if Ryan can catch up to Jeff and make the pass. It's all about, you can catch up to him all you want to. It's all about getting around him. We'll see. I just don't think there's enough laps for anybody unless Kevin makes a huge mistake. I don't think anybody's going to be able to catch Kevin Gunther. I really don't. But I've been wrong before. Free to go here at the stripe. Oh, 13 turns. Gonna put him at 39 more turns to bring it home into victory lane. Yeah, I know. Don't ask me why I do that. I add up the how many turns and laps left. Something that I've done ever since I started broadcasting. Oh, Tyrone! Like Hanover. Cody, something's going on with Cody. I think he might have skipped the turn or missed the turn and had to slow down. He went all the way back to 7th. That allowed Tyrone and Hanover to get around. All right, now here we go. Ryan has caught Jeff. Definitely watch this to see if Ryan can get around that 97, or that 97 is going to do everything he can to keep him back there behind him. Watching Jeff and Ryan, so we'll stay right here. The closest battle going on right now. Right now it's not a battle, but it could be. Whoa. That angle, it looked like the 97 was going to get right into the 30, but that angle is that's a totally different angle. Really couldn't see the back end of that 97. 2 to go. Next time by for the 16. White flag will be in the air, and it'll be 1 to go. I'm not really worried about Kevin right now. Who I'm worried about is, well, this right here for 3rd. Podium finish. Ryan right now is just playing a little bit of a game with a 97. Jeff's a good racer too. He knows how to run the line, and it looks like he is definitely trying to keep that 30 behind him. Whoa, 30s! Hiding it. Oh. Door was open, 30 just couldn't get in there. This is gonna be a battle here for third. Alrighty, white flag in the air, 1 to go. That's where we're gonna stay at, right here, with Jeff and Ryan. Benny, he's got second locked in. Odie going around. No caution. Here we go. Ryan. Whoa! Ryan is going to get around Jeff, but what happened? Check it out here and see what happened to Jeff. Contact. Did he miscalculate? What happened to Jeff? Oh, I don't think there was contact there, but that's what happened. Came in too hot, locked it up, it looks like, and that did allow Ryan to get around. Well, Kevin Gunther, all he's got to do is just get back to the start-finish line, and it'll be his race and his win. Out of the final turn, Kevin Gunther coming away with the win here tonight for the Downforce Racing Series here at the Daytona Road Course. Congratulations to Kevin Gunther, the first driver to win other than Ryan and Bentley. We'll let these drivers finish it up here because there's still racing going on. It ain't over until you cross the stripe. We're watching Vinny Bonanno here in second, and I do believe he's got second locked down. He's just got to get back to the line. And, yep, out of the final corner, he'll do it. Vinny Bonanno grabbing second here at the Daytona Road Course. And after a great comeback, and I'm assuming speeding on pit road, Ryan Patty is going to take third. Jeff Hollingsworth will grab fourth. Tyrone Harrison fifth. And over fifth in sixth, Cody Eldred. Looks like he will grab that seventh spot. Nick Pozzini, ninth for eighth. John Zerke in ninth. Michael Shea in 10th. Bob Lavarca in 11th. And I think Hoot grabbed 12th here. Kevin Gunther grabbing the win here tonight, folks. Hang tight. We will be right back. MaxSpeedTV post-race show. Hang tight. Alrighty, folks, we're back live here on MaxSpeedTV. I've caught up with the top three here tonight. We're going to go ahead and start with our third place finisher, having to have a comeback here tonight. I don't know exactly what happened. Before we get to that, though, man, talk about, road course racing and, the strategy call. Really, I guess you guys had to make out there, if it was a strategy call. I don't know. I don't know much about road courses, but you came down pit road, too. Did you speed?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Kevin took off. Kevin figured something out with the setup, and I knew I didn't have the speed to catch him. So I figured just run second. And what I was trying to do was save fuel in second so that when he pitted, I could stay out an extra lap and lead a lap and get a bonus point, which I did. But he was so fast that when he was catching me, I was watching my rearview mirror to make sure I passed the line before he did, and I cooked it down pit road. So cost me about 40 seconds. Had to go back to 7th, and with fresh tires, I was just trying to make up as much ground as I could.
Yeah, and kind of talk about it because you getting caught speeding on pit road and on a road course, it's so hard. If you would have went a lap down, you timed it just right to where you wouldn't. But if you would have, I mean, that right there, I mean, that's a chance I guess you have to. Sometimes you have to take.
Yeah, I mean it's a rare mistake. Typically I'm pretty conservative on pit road. I don't want to take the chance because those 40-second penalties will just kill you on any track. Doesn't matter where you are. So, luckily with the field as spread out as it was and with the fresh tires here, I was able to make up a few spots and get back to the podium.
Yeah, and let's kind of talk about it because I was worried about Jeff, and I know Jeff is a hard racer, and you were coming up on Jeff, but Jeff was running his line too. So I didn't know. I mean, was it hard to pass him, or you just couldn't get around him at first?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Jeff's a real good driver, and he is hard to pass. He's that kind of that Ryan Newman type where he's just going to race you as hard as he can every time, which, nothing wrong with that. Thing is, at the track like this, as I was trying to make up space for myself, I was burning up the rear tires, so my corner exit wasn't as good, but I was making up time on entry. But if someone's in your line, right, you can only pull up to their bumper so much, and I wasn't going to move them, so just trying to figure out a way to get by him, and it looked like when we both got to the bus stop there, we both overcooked it.
Yeah, and I was just fixing to bring that up. It looks like you both came in pretty hot, and I think he came in just a little hotter than you did. You managed to get around, and he unfortunately went off in the grass, but he did manage to get that fourth place finish. But I'm sure he's probably mad at himself. I would be.
Yeah, I mean, I hope he didn't think I was going to drive it in there and take him out because, obviously I wasn't going to do that. But I know we're both racing hard there, and he saw that I was coming in hard in the braking zones. But I mean, I wasn't gonna hit him. I was just trying to get up to him and then get around him on exit. But if you were to ask me, would I have been able to get around him otherwise? I think I might have been stuck behind him for the last couple laps.
Well, and it is, it's road course. I believe 13 turns here at Daytona Road. Well, this layout anyway. So a lot of turns, a lot of left-handers, a lot of right-handers. That last bus stop, if that's what you want to call it, before you come back to the start-finish line, that has got to be the worst design I have ever seen. Everybody tonight was hitting that thing.
Yeah, and we were talking about on the radio there, like, hey, if we keep hitting it, are we going to keep messing up our splitter? What's it going to do to the front end? Because that thing would bounce really high.
Yep. Well, road course racing for the season is done. Now, we do go to Las Vegas, Sin City next week for round number 11. It's a 50-50 shot if I'm going to be there or not. Like I said, we have a potential for a big winter storm to come in. So I'll just keep, the admins updated on it. But talk about Vegas, man. We go back to a great mile-and-a-half track in Sin City. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, it's going to be the Bentley show. I got a feeling if he's back next week, you'll see a lot of him up front. He's really good at playing the draft and saving his tires. So, yeah, I mean, it's going to be that 550 package, big spoilers, drafting all night. And, man, whoever can play that game the best is going to come home with it.
All right. Now, one final question. Do you think what happens in Vegas is going to stay in Vegas, or do you think it's going to go on to the next race?
Hey, man, you never know. I guess you'll have to tune in next week to see what happens.
Definitely so. All righty, Ryan. Well, man, any final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate a hard-fought back to third. I will say that.
Yeah, hey, congrats to Kevin. Finally someone other than me and Bentley got a win there, and know he's excited about it. Bob and Terry again. Thank you again. Great setup tonight. It was a lot of fun to drive, and yeah, thanks for putting on the show. It was a wonderful night.
It was, and some great battling going out there on the track. So, but then again,
Definitely.
everybody was spread out too. So
Well, they'll be bunched up next week. Just you wait.
Oh yeah, I know it. Well, Ryan, go celebrate third, and hopefully we'll see you next week.
All right, sounds good. Take care, buddy.
You too. All right, well, that is our third place finisher. Let's get down here to our second place finisher here tonight, Mr. Vinny Bonanno here. Well, Vinny, second place here tonight at a road course, coming in tonight. Fourth in the point standings. Now, you're definitely going to gain some ground here because Bentley was not here. So you're going to gain a little bit, but how much is, well, I guess going to depend on, well, how the points line out. So, Vinny, talk about the final road course race. Y'all go back to a mile and a half next week. We got to hear from you.
Yeah, definitely very interesting. I knew we had at least top 4 speed tonight. Felt pretty comfortable on the track after running quite a lot of laps on Friday and Saturday last week here. Felt very comfortable, but I don't know what happened to Ryan there towards the end. I was kind of in my zone focusing, and the next thing I knew, I was in second, and I couldn't figure out why. And I think he was a speeding there in pits.
Yeah,
something?
he came down a little. He wanted to lead a lap to get the bonus point, so he sped down pit road.
yeah. Well, it
paid off. He led a lap, so
yeah. No, it definitely did. But yeah, it's definitely a challenge in these cars. They drive wicked, like a heavy boat. Coming out of the corners, it gets a little squirrely there, and I just try to keep it on the track. Try to not make many mistakes, and just hopefully other people made more mistakes tonight.
Oh yeah, definitely. So road course racing is not easy. I would have wrecked out first turn. I'd have probably wrecked everybody on the first turn. I'm not good at road courses. Of course, they always say seat time is your best friend. I understand that, but Daytona Road is not an easy course, and especially with that final bus stop turn. And I'm going to say what I said to Ryan. That has got to be the worst design I have ever seen when it comes to a bus stop.
Yeah, I don't quite understand it. I mean, it's weird because you gotta enter off the banking, which you're moving pretty good, so you're hard on the brakes, cutting down the track and trying to hold it. I mean, I try to hold it as far left there, and then hurry up and swing right and try to just go straight out, so that way you get some speed coming out on the other side. But I was going back and watching how other people were doing it, and they, everybody had a different style coming into that, and guess what makes it interesting,
Well, yeah, and it makes it interesting. It makes everybody drive accordingly and with respect, because you definitely don't want to, on a road course, definitely get any type of heavy damage or wreck out even. Although y'all do get 3 resets, you go a lap down on a road course, it's so hard to get it back because there's no cautions. So, you had to do what you had to do, Vinny. You got it. Yeah. You got it up to second, and you didn't hold back. You didn't look back. You just kept hammering down, and, well, that's where you finished, man. Awesome job. Road course racing's done for the season, but we do go back to a mile and a half next week. Old Sin City, Las Vegas. How do you feel about getting back onto tracks that you just turned left?
It's gonna be good. I always enjoy the road course, just trying to figure out something different, but it's good to get back to the oval and get into the groove again and really get a little better luck, running through the ovals.
Yeah, definitely so. Definitely. Well, Vinny, awesome job out there here tonight. You can sit back and relax now and do what you need to do tonight and enjoy second. Go celebrate. Any final thoughts, shout outs, things you want to give before you go do that?
Yeah, shout out to Detach and also Cody, Ryan, and Kevin for running the 24 last week. Got me a lot of laps practicing here today, which I think definitely helped with tonight's finish.
Definitely paid off. we could see that. So go celebrate second, bud, and hopefully I'll see you guys next Thursday. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on the weather.
Alrighty, sir. Thank you. Great job as always.
Thank you, Vanny. We will see you hopefully next week.
All right, see you next week.
Yep. Well, alrighty, folks. Well, that is going to bring us down to a different winner this time. I don't know who's excited more, me or him. But Kevin Gunther, man, you pulled it out. Dominating here tonight. You led all but one lap, thanks to Ryan speeding down pit road. So, man, talk about it. Talk about Daytona Road. How did you do it, man?
Well, I just tried to stay smooth and consistent, hit my marks. I took a lot of lessons I learned personally from doing the 24 Hours of Daytona this previous weekend with my teammates who got there, rounded out the top 3, so that's pretty cool for detached racing. But yeah, I learned about this track. It's a big track, and the less mistakes you make around it, the better time you'll make around this track. And I just really tried to minimize that, backing up my corners and trying to get a good drive off.
Well, and you did that. Now, I did notice that it wasn't just you. I think everybody was having issues with that back end wanting to go around. Was it loose out there, or was that just, the beginning setup? Because I know y'all can make adjustments.
I, in practice, made a decision to go down on tire pressure just because I felt like it was getting too loose early, and I kind of wanted it to be a little gripped up. And what that allowed me to do is kind of get on the throttle earlier, but easing into it and not really spinning the tires as much, because I think these cars, they just have so much power, and they just want to break the rear tires loose because they're not set up for this at all. So yeah, it was a little loose. It was a little on the line there, but that's part of driving these cars on a road course. No matter where you go, they're a handful.
Well, I mean, you had to do what you had to do, and you dominated. I mean, you won by almost a second ahead of any. The only way he would have caught up to you is if you would have got off track, hit the wall, tires, had to tow, whatever. I mean, you would have had to make a major mistake, and you didn't. You held your own. You hit all your marks, like you said. Got a little loose from time to time that I did see, but nothing major. So, I know I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Road course racing ain't easy, and especially here, you got those 2 bus stops, and they're pretty much, I would say, back to back. You do have to go around. I believe it's turn 3 and turn 3. You got that last bus stop, chicane, whatever. That chicane is probably the worst design I have ever seen. How did you manage that one right before the start-finish line?
I found that was kind of my strong point on the track. I think I got through there better than everyone else. I could really get the car wound up. I could get it pointed coming off the corner, and I could get back on the throttle. And really, when you're on a racetrack with these cars, if you can get back on the throttle sooner, you're going to make a lot of time on somebody. I was telling Ryan, I'm like in shock still. That was probably the best race I've ever driven. It was mistake free. I didn't have any real mistakes and just kind of ran my race and clicked them off.
Well, you did it, and you also upset the Ryan Patty Bentley Glaser wins this season, so you are going to go on the board as the 3rd different driver coming into round number 10. So how do you feel about that now that it's just not been Ryan and Bentley?
It feels good because we switched back to these cup cars, and from the next gen car, and I struggled when we went back. I couldn't get it right, and I've been a multiple time winner for the past couple seasons, so I was getting a little worried. I was like, what's going on here? I was like, I got to get in victory lane. So it feels really good. I'm happy going into the rest of the season, and hopefully I can get a couple more on the board here, make it interesting in the points.
Well, speaking of the rest of the season, road course racing is done for the season. However, we've still got several races to go before the end of the season. We go to Sin City next week. Las Vegas, back to 1.5 miles. How do you feel about it?
I'm excited. I like Vegas. Terry usually nails the setup at those tracks. He's done a lot of them. And tonight, I mean, I got to give Terry a lot of credit before we go anywhere else. Tonight's setup was awesome he gave us the test setup earlier in the week, and I got to say tonight's setup is light years better than it was. He did a great job with it. I thought it was way more drivable than it had been earlier in the week. But going to Vegas, I'm excited for it. I want to get a little bit better at these 1.5 miles. I've been closing the gap between Ryan and Bentley, and I want to see if I can close that gap a little bit more.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So, coming into tonight, you were, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, got to do some calculations. Fifth, 296 points, 76 behind Ryan, and 24 behind Vinny. Of course, teammates, 1, 2, 3 here tonight. So, definitely going to gain some ground, but I don't know exactly how much. We'll have to wait and see how the points line out and everything. But, definitely an interesting race. This was a very good race. I'm not a big fan of road course races, but, there was some action down there on the track that was happening between several drivers. And then, Ryan working his way back up to battle Jeff there, and they just got too hot coming into the turn and to the first bus stop, I believe it was. And
yeah, I watched that back.
Yeah, so Jeff's going to finish in fourth though, so he'll grab a top 5 here, but Ryan did get around him, so but yeah, it was I was kind of worried, Ryan coming up on Jeff. I was like, all right, well, what's Jeff's not going to just give it to him, he's going to make him work for it. And then that happened. So I was like, all right, well, there goes the battle, but, not to take away anything from you, man. Awesome job out here tonight, grabbing your first win of the season. It took 10 rounds to do it, but you did it. And of course, like I said, Las Vegas next week, man. Any final thoughts, shout outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate the victory?
Shout out to my teammates, Ryan, Vinny, Cody, Nick. I mean, we've all been helping each other. They've been helping me get faster the past couple weeks, and I think it's paying off. And it's a lot of fun running this league. And again, shout out to Terry and Bob and Mike for putting this on for us and having great races every week.
And for everybody that don't know, I did mention it earlier. Terry is Hanover, so just wanted to let everybody know that again. But yeah, man, we got to thank them. I mean, the way y'all do things here, it's amazing. Totally different perspective from a broadcast side, because you just never know who's going to be coming from the back to the front with the adjustments that you guys are allowed to make. So you can see anybody up front.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that makes this league stick out. It makes it a lot of fun because you may not be great off the start, but once you learn how the adjustments work, what they do, I mean, you can really start gaining ground and getting a lot faster. And just knowing what to expect from a car and how to drive it makes it a lot easier.
Yes, sir. All righty, Kevin. Well, we're not going to keep you here any longer, man. Awesome job again on the win. And, of course, hopefully we will see you next Thursday. Like I said before, and I'll say it again, we got maybe some rough weather, winter weather, possible storm coming in next week, but I'll keep everybody updated and posted on it to kind of see exactly, if it's going to be snow or ice or mix or whatever. So my thing is, I just don't want to lose electric doing the broadcast. That's my biggest fear.
I get that, man, but stay safe and have a good weekend.
And you too, and go celebrate the victory, bud.
All right, thanks, man.
All right, we'll get him back up there to his team. Let's go ahead and get down here to the unofficial results. Of course, pending any admin stuff they have to do. The points are not updated. They'll be updated probably in the morning. But here we go. Our winner here tonight, Kevin Gunther. Awesome job, Kevin, grabbing the win, knocking Ryan and Bentley off the win podium here. And he did it. Took 10 rounds to do it, but he did it. Vinny Bonanno will grab that second spot just on the outside. Ryan Patty third, Jeff Hollingsworth in fourth. That was a battle between them two. Tyrone Harrison fifth. Hanover Fist grabbing that 6th position. Cody Eldred in 7th. Nick Pozzini in 8th. And ATVO's freezing up, but we'll get through it. John Zerke 9th, and Michael Shea going to round out our top 10 here. Bob Lacavara in 11th. Hoop Baker in 12th. Kerry Morris in 13th. And Fred Williams did not start the race. But again, congratulations goes to Kevin Gunther here tonight on the win. That's going to do it here for MaxSpeedTV and myself and Downforce Racing. Well, thank you all for tuning in here tonight. Hopefully we'll see you Sunday for sure. More information coming up on that later on. But that is going to do it. Until next time, folks, stay safe and have a great night.